Welcome to Recycled Idaho, where two recycling industry veterans, Brett Eckhart and Nick Snyder, explore Idaho businesses and organizations that are putting in the work to keep Idaho environmentally and economically viable at the same time. Take a listen to how these entrepreneurs, business owners, and operators are making things happen in the great state of Idaho.
On this Boots on the Ground, I get a chance to walk around Jackson Hops with Russell Shoemaker. I was blown away by the amount of infrastructure and work it takes to grow and process hops. Not only do these amazing farmers make some of the best hops in the world, they are also able to recycle most of their byproduct. So if you ever enjoy a cold beer, make sure you think of Farmer. Check it out and stay tuned for a follow-up with Nate and Heather Jackson. All right, today we're going to do our Boots on the Ground over at Jackson Hops. I got Russell Shoemaker here. He's going to show us around. How you doing?
Nick, good. How are you?
Doing awesome. Where are we going to go first?
We're going to go check out the field and see how they're doing in there.
Let's go. Like, when did you plant all this stuff?
So this field was planted 3 years ago. They're perennials, so they come back, year after year. So this is Idaho 7.
But this crop right here was planted 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, it takes that long.
No. It's a perennial. So every year we are restringing.
Yeah.
And training the binds up the string. All the string that they're cutting right now.
Okay.
Is tied up top by hand.
So this machine here is just
is a bottom cutter.
Okay, just cutting the bottom string.
That's the bottoms, yeah. And so then you can see how it lays straight. Those are more at an angle from the hill, so when they're laying straight, those top cutters are pushing those tractors or the trucks through the field.
Okay.
And cutting it and laying it down into the bed of the truck.
Okay. I see that. Yeah, they're following them. What's crazy, man, is like, I wish everyone that's watching this could smell it, man, because it smells just like an IPA.
It says smell-o-vision.
Yeah, it smells literally like an IPA.
What you want to do, really, to get it, come there and grab that and split it, right?
Okay.
Split it.
Oh, yeah.
Get that, rub those lupulin glands, that yellow.
That yellow in there, that's
the money.
Lupulin?
Lupulin.
Lupulin. And that's where they get the oil from.
Yeah.
And you're running poly drip lines to...
Poly drip.
Which is just run down each row right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We run drip on everything.
Do you have to replace that every year?
Every 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Every 10 years.
Nice.
Yep, unless
it gets damaged or...
Unless it gets damaged.
If someone fucks it up or anything.
Yeah. No, it usually gets damaged, but we go through a bunch of couplers.
So
I think we have 1,500 miles of drip line on our
When did harvest start?
August 27th.
And how many days have you been home since August 27th?
I went home for about 5 minutes.
Okay, for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you literally live here. You're working here 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. But it's kind of important this time of year. And
for our show, we've never done one on farming in general. I just think so many people don't realize how hard y'all have to work, man. It's crazy.
People like their beer, and we want them to and be able to enjoy it,
you
right?
Want them to keep it. How much percent of the beer is accounted from you guys?
I think we're about 1%
of the whole world.
Of the whole world.
That's awesome.
As far as hops go.
From here.
From here.
From right in this area.
Right in here. I think Idaho in general is Yakima. Okay, Yakima and Washington. Huge. That's like the hop capital. Okay. I don't know if there are 35,000 acres or something over there of hops.
But there's a lot of hops farms in this area.
We're second largest in the United States.
Okay.
And so we have, I think there's 10 or 11 growers, maybe 12 growers in this valley, Arena Valley. And so you have Arena Valley down in here.
Yeah.
It's considered Arena Valley.
Okay.
And we have the bench up there. Heavier ground up there. We're down here with sandy soils, which helps with some drainage.
What makes it, why are there so many hops farms here?
I'll say day length, soil,
Okay.
And we're really kind of protected from weather,
Okay.
except for this year with the big windstorm.
There was a lot of wind, just
Yeah, it caused a lot
the
of
whole
damage.
valley.
But even all northwest, Washington and Oregon on the same day, different storms.
yeah.
The same day was hit as well.
Are there other really, really big? What's like the biggest producing country of hops? Do you know that?
It might be the U.S., but you have
Okay.
Germany.
I remember a post that like Heather probably posted of like her and Nate were like in a different country.
Yeah, Germany.
It was Germany. Okay, and they went to like a hops farm in
Yeah.
Germany.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yeah.
They went to New Zealand.
Yep, that was
then.
it. They were in
So
New Zealand.
they're in New Zealand.
They're in New Zealand.
They're a lot smaller there. They don't have mite issues like we have.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty isolated. I think the same thing with COVID, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're isolated.
There you go. Yeah.
Supposedly they're better off than everybody.
Well, you brought that up. Let's just touch base on that real quick. Has COVID
It's COVID is 2020.
has COVID affected you?
It made things difficult. We also did a huge expansion this year on our facility.
Yeah.
We added a third picker and some kilns and an extra baler. And so that kind of created a challenge because, yes, farming is essential. And you would think everything that, industries as far as manufacturing and stuff would be essential as well, but it did scare us a bit.
So this guy, real quick, this guy's just coming back from the
Okay,
field to the
so
left.
this is another picker. This is what we call the hybrid. That front end is a German front end.
Okay.
So he's actually going to end up dumping that on the ground and they hang it from the ground. These other Donhauer pickers were hanging from the trucks.
Okay.
So we had to build this conveyor this year.
Okay.
And this other one's taking the trash, all the cuttings, the leaf and the stem, everything, and we're chopping it there. And then we haul that over to a feedlot, and he turns that into compost.
So this is the new one.
This is the new one. And it's tired still. It's been going nonstop for 32 days now. But they're probably running, I bet you he's got to be running about 70 vines a minute.
Wow. Okay.
You want to be clean. You want, leaf and stem. The state comes out and tests for that. They test how much, the percentage of leaf and stem. Because the buyers don't want a dirty product, because then they're paying for trash.
And they're going to pay less, right? So if it comes back, gets tested, can they negotiate a price with you?
Usually it's in contract. You have to be X percent or less. Yep. So
are they buying this stuff by the pound from you?
It depends. There's contracts that are acreage, and then there's pound contracts. Yeah.
I would compare this in like the metal recycling world, because you don't always know what the yield's gonna be, right? So it's kind of like you're waiting for
You can think it could be really good, then you have a windstorm and it comes and knocks 10-15% of your crop down.
Yep.
And we end up stripping the vine here. So there's not much.
So it goes here, drop.
That goes to the chopper. So all of this, right? This is your arm breaker, your grizzly, so all that's getting chopped and sent to the trash. Everything else here is getting sent to the cleaners. So we have our green hops. We have green hops here.
Okay, see that.
So this green hop's coming up here, going up to the cleaners up there.
Okay.
We have dribbles here. So this is another way to get rid of more leaf. Yep. So you have trash in one, and your green hops in the other.
Was it sorted by the weight?
Yeah, weight, because your cones are gonna roll. See, on these dribbles, your cones are rolling down.
Okay, yeah.
And your pitch is adjusted, and you adjust them according to variety. All the varieties are different. Some cones are more flared out, some are more dense, and roll easy. But it's about providing the best quality that we can.
Yeah.
For the buyer and for the brewer. So
No, it's awesome. What's the
let's
next
go check
step?
out the dryer.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah.
these smaller burners
Yeah.
are running about 6 million BTUs.
Wow.
6 million BTUs with 100,000 CFM on the two end ones run 10 million BTUs.
And they're just pumping all that
They're
heat.
pushing a bunch of heat, blowing it with these fans into an empty room, pushing warm air up.
We're gonna go look at that.
We're gonna go up to the sauna.
Okay. That's warm. Okay.
So these are your kilns. We're pushing 135 degrees up here. These
it's
ladies are
pushing it-
sitting up here for,
The
you know,
heat's
these
coming
are
from
9
the floor.
to 10 hours. Yep, underneath. So
Underneath.
it's vented, right? So it's got louvers in the floor.
This conveyor is bringing them
Yeah,
in.
there's your green hops coming in.
Okay.
Green hops coming in, coming to your layer. So there's your layer bell, giving you a nice even even floor to give yourself an even dry without stepping on it, because when you start stepping on it, compressing, your quality goes down, but also your drying ability
And this
is
whole thing
really
can
uneven.
move to different
Yeah,
rooms.
it's all automated, right? As it
Okay.
fills, it's going to hit that limit switch and move everything this way just a little bit,
Okay.
a little bit. And then when we fill this, we have to go all the way back to the end.
And this is some of the quality you're talking about. They're pulling some of the stuff that
Yeah,
got
so
pulled earlier.
yeah,
Okay.
pull
Got it.
anything big, making sure those ends are worked. We're dropping them and baling them at 8.5 to 10.5 moisture.
Okay.
So we're having to push them there. So
How long do they stay in each room?
it depends on variety, but these 7s are about a 9 to 10 hour dry.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
So they're up here for 9 to 10 hours, and my ladies up here have done an excellent job. They're the ones that make sure that these rooms are taken care of, and
okay.
it's difficult to dry hops.
But you don't need to turn it at all once it's in there. You don't need to like turn it to. keep it-
If they find a wet spot, they will.
Oh, okay.
But really, they know their rooms by now. They've been doing it for 4 years. They know certain tendencies of the rooms, and they'll turn it if they need to.
Okay.
They've been doing all right.
I like
Some of the best in the world.
it. I love it.
They're
Okay.
dropping a room right now.
Oh, cool. So that one's ready.
Yeah, this one has gone through its time.
So is it ready to bell? Is that what
No, you want to let them condition for at least 24 hours, if not more. We try to go 36 or more.
And what is condition?
So
mean?
let's it settle. Let's it kind of stabilize.
Okay.
Because if you bail them too soon, they can skyrocket. You know, and they're a combustible product. It's like hay.
They're too warm.
Yeah, they can get very warm.
Yeah.
And you want them to cool down. You want them to stabilize, and that helps with the quality as well. So they're rolling off a room right now that has been up here. So it'll go down into the cooling room for another 24 hours.
Okay. What's pulling it? Like.
So we have this pipe and this
Okay.
kiln cloth. It's like
Oh, I see it
cheesecloth,
turning.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
I didn't see
that
it
sits
turning
on the
really.
floor, and if you look through the cloth right there, you can actually see the holes in the floor.
I see it. Yeah.
So that's where your heat's coming.
That's
up
where the
through.
heat comes through. You attach this to this pipe.
Yep.
And it turns it.
And this is nonstop. My first year was 49 days. We were in harvest.
How-
We're on 30, 32, 33. That's pretty good.
You got one or two more?
We're done tonight. I think
You're
tonight
done
the
tonight.
night shift will be the last
Okay.
picking
So
shift.
32 or 33 this season. Right?
Yeah, the day shift will finish drying. We'll be baling for another 4 or 5 days.
What's your volume like this year compared to previous years on what you're harvesting?
Oh, the average per day is quite a bit more.
Is it?
Because we added that new picker, so I would think we gained 40% more picking capacity.
Oh, wow. So
So
You're able
we're
to get
really
through the
pushing.
harvest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really going, because that 49-day harvest, I think, was like at 700 acres. We were picking other people's, and
Yeah.
you know, because you'd help people.
Are all harvests? Oh wow, this is crazy. Just bigger than I expected. Are
Best
all?
view in the house.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
So they sit here for 36 hours or so.
24 to 36. Depends on how big a push we are in.
Uh-huh.
We're sitting at probably 40 hours resting time.
And you got you got obviously the conveyor belts kicking it out here.
Yeah, so that's coming out, and it's getting it onto that tarp. So this system is similar to what's in the kiln.
I see that.
So
You
it'll
got the
pull them
mat.
as we go.
Yep.
Most cooling rooms and this end is used. They use tractors or skid steers to push it into a conveyor. This is rolled off into there.
This is gotta be a lot cleaner.
It's a lot cleaner. Not you're not contaminating, risking contamination with fuel.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Less people touching. That's the biggest thing.
Are all hops farmers doing all this? Or
As far as this tarp system,
everything I've looked at. Are they doing? Do some people just grow them and then outsource the
Oh
rest?
yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, there's few.
A few that just
A
grow them
few
and
that
outsource
just
them.
don't. But
most will do similar stuff.
Most
It's not,
of them
not as dialed in as.
most of them will. We custom pick, and other people will custom pick, and there's some farmers out there that have 30 acres or 40, and
I'm sure you guys.
but then you run the risk of not getting your crop in, because the farmers are going to take care of their crops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
First,
They'll come get
neighbors in the hop industry. Neighbors will help you though. I mean, we're really pretty tight knit group. We're close. I mean, you got.
Even though you're
10 or 11, we're
somewhat competitor, you're competitors.
Oh yeah, we compete.
Yeah,
we compete. We're definitely.
But
we enjoy the competition.
Yeah, you got to have the competition.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, the other growers. I compete with the other farm managers across the valley, and you got to have some bragging rights, but it's a lot of fun.
Man. This room's probably been my favorite so far.
Yeah, this is the best view in the house.
Yeah,